We begin here at 6 with a confusing and chaotic day that started with fears of a government funding freeze for thousands of programs.
And ended with a judge halting the president's plans altogether. CBS News Chicago political reporter Chris Tye is here to sort out a story that's been developing by the hour.
It really has, Joe and Erica, by the hour. The White House today saying deep cuts are coming to over 2,000 organizations, from research labs to veteran care to road projects. What they say was off the table were cuts to programs like Medicaid. But a midday hiccup in the state-run Medicaid system left some leaders saying the Trump team was targeting Medicaid too, but then walked it back.
Don't let them fool you that there was some kind of website outage.
Governor Pritzker late today saying the sweeping cuts confirmed by the White House to thousands of programs will fund everything from highway projects to kids' lunches, drug addiction assistance to medical research labs, was going to include cuts to Medicaid too, until a late-day pivot.
Donald Trump's administration is lying to you. The White House's attempt to walk back what they did today does not match what we saw on the ground.
The Illinois Medicaid system offline for hours Tuesday. Pritzker saying federal agencies are iced out as state regulators called with questions. The new Trump administration activated a massive federal funding freeze away from progressive programs. Last year, Uncle Sam funded over $3 trillion to organizations and institutions like these. Late this afternoon, a curveball as a federal judge temporarily blocked this freeze, leaving next steps unclear. This, though, is how the White House press secretary framed what is and is not impacted.
Social Security benefits, Medicare benefits, food stamps, welfare benefits, assistance that is going directly to individuals will not be impacted by this pause.
The over 2,000 groups that will be impacted had their funding approved by the White House and Congress.
January 20th was an inauguration, not a coronation. Congress is given the power to appropriate the funding.
Illinois Attorney General Kwame Raoul joining with 5 other state AGs suing the Trump White House, saying it's unconstitutional.
The executive branch cannot unilaterally disregard those appropriations passed by a separate and equal House of Government.
This administration has a great deal of disdain for working people.
At City Hall, where they rely on $4 billion in grant money each year, much of it from federal funding, the race is on to see who will be impacted.
We are going to be doing some further digging to better understand what's at present risk.
In a whirlwind of a day in federal government cuts, within the last 90 minutes, we learned President Trump is offering all federal workers a buyout with 7 months' pay in an effort, he says, to shrink the size of government. Just a warp speed day around here, trying to keep track of everything, and it's not over yet.
And figure out what it all means.
Exactly. That might take even longer.
Chris, thanks.
Yep.